Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna redo this recording because I didn't like my last take as much. Second, there's not gonna be as much editing. Probably just gonna be like the sped up voice and like the jump cuts. Third of all, in future videos, I'm probably gonna do the same thing because I'm gonna take a radiology course. So, I'm gonna be busy. I try to post as much TikToks as I can. Please support that. But anywho, to get to the point, I recently watched Troy. It's been about like 2 weeks. I haven't heard anything about the new Odyssey movie, which is just a remake of Troy. And the rumor is that Elliot Page is gonna play Achilles. I personally don't think so. I think Elliot is gonna play Paris because, for me personally, I see like Paris as like a femboy. He was portrayed as a femboy, and Elliot has like feminine features, so it would just make more sense. And it would make more sense that Tom Holland would play Achilles. He's 5'8", so he's like around the same height as like Greek would be, and just a little bit taller. But I think it would be a good role for Achilles. But I really do not care what happens. Even if Elliot Page becomes like Achilles, I'll just say Femboy Achilles is canon. I know people like get mad that Elliot might be portraying him, but for me, like I don't really care. I kind of like the discourse of people that support it and people that don't support it. I like the discourse and they just like fight about it because for me that's entertaining. It really doesn't matter at the end. I'm like too employed to care about it that much. I'll be honest. So one of the things that Troy kind of taught me is that the femboy looksmaxxer always wins at the end. So as I said before, Paris, who's the brother of Hector, they're both from Troy. Hector's like the greatest warrior, whatever, right? Paris is portrayed as a femboy, very attractive. He got Helen of Troy, which is why that like the conflict happens, the war happens because of her. Granted, her husband didn't want to kill her, but it's because she was like very beautiful, right? To cut a long story short, every male main character dies except for Paris. While his country may be burnt down and like a lot of his countrymen are dead, he still got two of the most beautiful women because, in my opinion, Hector's wife was more attractive than Helen, but the actress that portrayed Helen was more beautiful. That's how I see it. So the femboy got first of all he got a MILF. Ah! It should have been me, not him. Second of all, he got the most beautiful woman that they literally fought a war for. Like what? Like what? He won. He won. The femboy looksmaxxer always wins. No matter how masculine you are, no matter how like self-sacrificing you are, you will always lose to the twink femboy. Because he has to do nothing but sit there and look good. He's like, damn, no matter like how brave you are, no matter like how good the character you are, you will lose to the femboy. You will lose to the femboy. Okay, the other thing is that Paris's cousin, I forgot her name, she slept with Achilles and still fell in love with him. You know, Achilles is trying to like conquer your land, kill your uncle, kill your cousins, yet you still choose to sleep with him. That's kind of crazy. Even after you knew that Achilles killed your cousin Hector, and then like desecrated his body, you still fell in love with him. What type of bird brain is that, bro? Like, that is so wild. Bro, the PE community is gonna use that as, like, evidence of hypergamy. I don't really care. So with me, with the casting, I told you before, I just really don't care. I just kind of like the discourse, because I just find it entertaining. I'm a bit of an absurdist. Albert Camus speaks of this, like, enjoy the freaking discourse, bro. We all trying to find our purpose. Granted, I believe there is no such thing as, like, a purpose. You just kind of make that up for yourself. I also believe that people will always be hypocrites, no matter what. Because, in turn, it's natural to just benefit yourself, no matter what. Even if you say that you drink, right? And you say don't drink. And then you still do. I think I would respect you more if you told me that I don't want you to drink because I'm taking away an enjoyment or a joy or an experience from life out of me. So you can just life mog me, bro. Like, pleasure mog me. I think I would just respect that more. Because it's just natural to just benefit yourself. I will make a video talking about that later on. Granted, I'm very scared of becoming one of these, like, talk-slop, philosophy-slop, Redditor-slop channels, I'll be honest with you. But I think it's just the trajectory that I'm gonna go at. So I'm gonna become one of these other talk-slop channels. I don't have a problem with these creators, but I'm just calling a spade a spade. It's just talk-slop. I'm glad you guys enjoy it, but it's just like, you gotta call a spade at this point. Anyway, this is just gonna be a short video, just to get it out. I think just more frequent, short videos will be better, especially like with the curriculum I'm gonna go through. So yeah, just make sure to just benefit yourselves.